Hey there YouTube, I'm Yukitsu, this is Yukitsu Times, welcome to my channel, welcome to a little bit of Endless Space 2. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about the Riftborn, my second favorite faction in this game actually after the Vodiani. So let's not talk too much about what they are, we can always check this stuff on the start menu. You can always just go to the faction select screen and view these in detail if you'd like to. So anyway, let's take a look at what makes them a little bit different outside of that screen there. So first of all, you'll notice that we colonized this snow planet here, Vanguard. This is going to be your starting home planet. It's not great at the start. It's a good science-producing planet. It's pretty decent all around, and the fact that it's got both Hyperium and Titanium on it is pretty nice. But there are better planets for us out here, in this particular case this desert planet, and the snow planet could also be interesting with the Jade Onyx here. So what are we looking for with this particular faction? Well, we'll notice that these worlds are not normally colonizable, but this atoll usually would be. Well, the colonization chart for this faction is actually flipped upside down. So they can always start off on sterile worlds and cannot start on any of the fertile ones. So just keep that in mind as you're going through the game here. Now, it also really synergizes quite strongly with biophobic. Plus 10 on sterile plants, when sterile plants are a little bit more common than fertile ones, means that these guys are actually getting a lot of extra morale on their planets. So it's a pretty strong faction, just despite all these little irregularities and sort of differences in what you're looking for and what you're sort of doing. So anyhow, next up, let's talk about their government. It's a republic. You start off with industrialists. You're not going to change anything until you start colonizing stuff, in which case you'll probably want to get beachhead bylaw. But until you start doing that, it's not really necessary for you to start doing anything here. So first of all, let's take a look at our starting system here. We've got Vanguard with our populations as we would expect them to be, the Epistis, and we got some Riftborn here. Now, you're generally speaking going to want to be very, very careful of producing stuff. You want to always find what's going to give you the most immediate amounts of production. In this particular case, I could go for this desert planet, and that would get me a little bit more production. Unfortunately, it's not enough more for me to really say that's better than the drone networks. 20 total resources there. This would simply shuffle the resources. If I could move to this atoll, that would actually be even stronger, since its output is ridiculously high thanks to the Jade Onyx and Titanium combination. Subterranean here means that there's also probably Hyperion there. Anyway, beyond all that, we're going to go ahead and look at our starting hero. This guy is a fantastic governor, but the plus 10 science per anomaly on colonized planet on system when you don't start off with any of those, and the fact that a couple of these other ones are based on anomalies means you're not likely going to start him off on a planet right away. What we're actually going to do with this guy is we're going to start him off as a scout. So we're going to go ahead and load this thing up here with some modules. There's another reason why we really, really want to use this guy for this purpose. The first mission that you're going to get requires that a level 3 hero scan 5 things. This means getting him up to level 3 and then getting him to scan 3 or 5 more things. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing in this particular case. So let's go ahead and create a fleet here, have him down here, and we're actually not going to scan anything with our other guy here for a little while. I'm going to go ahead and launch a probe to the north, and I'm going to have him travel to the south. This is going to be this guy here. And I'm going to have this guy head up this way, and we'll just sort of see what we can see before we move our colony ship. Okay, that's actually pretty interesting. This is good enough that I think I want to get it established right away, because it's a 5-planet setup. Normally I'd want to find somewhere that's more choke pointy, but that's actually just going to be really good regardless. First tech xenolinguistics, always, you want to start getting that titanium. The reason you want to get the titanium is because you're going for compression singularities, and these require titanium. So this is going to be a really nice boost as far as all your production goes. Basically, it improves all of them. And because of that, yeah, you just really, really need to get that tech. All right, let's continue on here. Okay, there's another planet up here. And we'll just scan some stuff over here and see what... oh, there's nothing worth scanning here. That's a damn shame. Alright, well, either way, let's head up this way. I should have headed... No, that's fine, actually. Ah, damn. So we're just dodging all of the Jade Onyx, because all the Jade Onyx is on these Steppes planets. They're also a little bit better for production and stuff like that, but these will still be okay. I think we're going to go for the... I think we'll start on the medium barren. This is going to be a very scientific sort of setup here. And we're going to want to go ahead and enact our law here at this point in time. So beachhead bylaw. This is going to just dramatically decrease the amount of time. Brought it down from 30 to 12. That's a pretty big difference. And we don't even have any Hyperion for rushing this one. So that's all fine. Perseus up here. Okay. After we get xenolinguistics, we're actually going to learn how to do more types of scans. So that's going to be something that we find quite important here. Yeah, so getting that baryonic scanner is going to be something that's a bit of a priority here. Titanium reserves, that's really good. Get that guy that way. Okay, that's useless. That's not bad. A lot of Jade Onyx here. A lot of Jade Onyx. This is far enough away that I don't think this guy's going to really get to there in time. So let's go to our tech screen here. Rare Earth Foams, Baryonic Shielding. I find that you're generally going to want to learn how to colonize Arid, so you might as well do that on your way so that you're just a little bit more efficient overall. You might disagree, it depends on what you're sort of after and what you're prioritizing, but usually this works out fine. And I can probably loop around back to my core planet here and check that out. Ooh, Eden Incense as well. Alright, so that's a really good combination. Eden Incense actually helps this faction out quite a lot. And we've reached level 2, so we're probably just going to be going around in circles recharging our probes at this rate. Oops. So do I want to scan here? No, I'll leave them just in case. Alright. So at this point in time, I kind of want to get another colony ship to a certain degree. But I could also get some more... Yeah, this is the mission I was talking about. You want to choose Explore, because it's the fastest and most reliable. That's all we were really looking for in this particular instance. Alright, so we got the first building done. I can go ahead and get machine embodiment, but I could also colonize a planet. And at this point in time, I do feel like colonizing a planet is going to be our best call. We could go for either this snow world, or we can go for the desert. We're going for the desert because it's sterile. I would really like to get this atoll because the production here is absolutely, like everything on this planet is just absolutely massive, so that would be really nice. We're going to skip the cerebral reality. We want to focus on that production for the first little bit, and we can't really grow our population until we get access to this desert, so it's going to be a bit important for us. And... ooh, there's a lot to scan up there, so once we get down to Vega, we can scoot back up towards Hamal or whatever that is. I think we pick Fatia. So how many planets do we have in this little corner here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we want to probably extend a little bit out, so we're going to have this guy head out this way. We are just a little bit short on planets for what I would really like here, so subterranean there and atmospheric here. Hopefully this is, nope, honeycomb scope. Damn. And irradiated. Fantastic. I've taken all the beautiful stuff that we had and ruined it. Predictable. Anyway, it'll be fine. Alright, so we're just not going to worry about any of that. We're going to send this guy up to Hamel. By the time he gets up there, he'll have like full probes again, so that's fine. I think pirates are going to be spawning relatively soon as well, unfortunately, but that is part of the game. And I think we're going to get this, and then we're going to go ahead and grab another Geist. I don't know if I want to actually increase the speed on these guys yet, but I don't think I need to. This is all fairly close by. Like, Hamel would be a pretty good system. Perseus is kind of okay, but generally speaking, the more planets there are in a system, the better. Unless they're all terrible planets, of course, but... did I just see something there? I thought I saw something flicker around by, but... anyway, over here, we're trying to make it so that we're gaining dust and production a little bit faster. The science is not super important for us at this moment here, but yeah, it's pretty good for us. So next up, we'll have a machine embodiment queue. Actually, we could do it this way. So this takes 6 turns, the other way took 7 turns, so we'll definitely do it this way. Alright. And you could think that you're disadvantaged in getting scouts and stuff like that, so maybe you'd want to get an extra scout. That's what we're using the hero for, like, sort of compensating for the fact that we're not doing that. Oh, we're near the Vodiani. That's interesting. The AI doesn't play the Vodiani particularly well as of the previous patch. They might be better now. Yeah, so this spawned a bunch of scans, but oh well. Anyway, let's head into here. Get into off-world agribusiness, just in case we discover something that we can talk to. Alright, I guess I could scan this. I'm not going to send my other guy up here. No way in hell. It's a single planet, which is not great, but... Titanium 20. Actually, I could build a an acceleration thing with that. That would be pretty interesting to do right now, but it doesn't weave into our schedule all that elegantly. So we can afford a compression singularity for every 20 points of adamantium, titanium, sorry, that we get, which is pretty expensive. But they help out quite a lot, especially like late game. You can just sort of get them, pop them out really, really cheaply, because you'll have tons of titanium by then, hopefully. Alright, let's go for runes and stuff like that, of course. Yep, runes over here. More titanium. Signals, and then we'll just do whatever. The Pistis population, that just increases more of what we already had, and some Jade Onyx, okay. So this guy should be pretty close to getting a level, which will be good. I'm not too worried about the colonization rush if the people close to us are the Vodiani, because they don't out-colonize anybody, unless you're playing as me. In which case I can out-colonize people, but other than that, we've got plenty of money here, and I'm thinking that we might want a little bit more planets. I don't want Matarka. Oh, this place has pirates. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and do this in any event. I do not think I want those. Either way, let's go ahead and check out this guy. Life form, atmospheric, subterranean. Let's do the subterranean, I think. It'll probably just be more Jade Onyx, but... Yep. Oops, actually. Alright, so he's got the levels now. He can just start... I just need to do 5 more. And hopefully those Riftborn, or the Vodiani are coming through here, are not going to scan everything that I'm supposed to be scanning. That would be really tragic. Meantime, let's head up to... Can I colonize the resources on Perseus? Some of them. I can do the Jade Onyx and have Antonov Rings and Long Season. So Antonov Rings covers up some of the... so this is actually all just net positive in the end. So yeah, I'm going to send him up to there. Down to up to Perseus. But yeah, at this point in time, like, what could really go wrong is that all this shit gets scanned by the Vodiani, which would be just so irritating if that happened. Alright. So we have pops incoming as well, but I think we're not going to worry about that too much. Xeno industrial infrastructure might be good here. I think it would be, actually. 2 planets, that'd be plus 20. It would be even better if we had this planet, of course, but like I said, that's what we're sort of working towards, not what we get to start with. Life form would be interesting. Oh, more populations. Okay. Interesting. The amoeba, I think, are a scientific population as well, which would be pretty nice for us. So yeah, I kind of want to get to actually up to Placidus with something here, but yeah, that's all lovely. Alright, down here in Nakos. Yeah, I need to get to steps pretty badly here. Meantime, though, this planet is not great for production, so we have to use artificial means to get there. So production of drone networks, going to definitely be the case there. This is one of those cases where I kind of almost feel as though I need to rush tier 1 cities, but let's go ahead and colonize that one. The Ash World is also really good, but this will be a little bit easier. All right, what have we got down here? Yeah, there's not a ton of different... oh, there is something past this way. There's not a ton of different life forms in terms of like luxury resources here. Okay, so... Atmospheric, I need 3 more. This is pretty close to like the fastest you can get this stupid thing. Alright, let's get adaptive bureaucracies just so I can colonize that really good atoll. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, honestly. Actually, that gets us Denark. I'm not sure if I need that right now. Might be better to get things like eukaryotic and PevScale, especially PevScale, because that would get us access to the magnetic field generators, although we can't use those right now. Not effectively. Going through a tech tree is all very situational. You're never going to have like a single playthrough where you're just like, oh yeah, I have to get these exact things every time. No, it's going to be different a bit every time there. I think we go for this combination though. Let's see, our homeworld on Vega. Yeah, we were going for this thing. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to lose another 197. That's not how that system works there, but we do need to start working on our manpower a little bit here. Why not hacking anything, actually? It's a pretty long hack, but I might as well do it. I want to see if I can get these pirates on my side here a little bit. Oh, there's the Vodiani. Try not to mess with them actually too much during the early game, because I don't really want to fight Narc right now. How have they already got another arc? I was just talking about how they're bad at colonizing stuff. Oh man, alright. I mean, I am on legendary difficulty. I should not actually be surprised that they're cheating that hard. But still, usually they actually have a hard time. There must be minor factions around here, actually. This is probably what's going on. In which case, I might be stuffed. Vodiani with a lot of minor factions around are absolutely horrifying. Alright, how long is this guy going to take to get there? About 3 turns, okay. Just trying to get out of territory before they murder me. Before they, like, detach an arc and have it fight me. Because that would be tragic. Alright, we might want to try and wait till they maybe clear out Placidus. Maybe they'll do it for me. They're a bit closer to it than I am. Yeah. Oh, yeah, here's some, well, yeah, they certain as hell started next to some, bloody hell. Right, okay, well, we're going to try and get those guys on our side to a certain degree. The Vodiani are actually pretty okay at it as well, though, unfortunately. Wow, that finished fast. Alright. People must have been sat on a bunch of atmospherics and had it all done at once there. Okay, so even if I am restricted down to this little corner, this isn't terrible. This is not the worst start I've ever seen. Not by a long stretch. There we go, okay. So for your next one, you're going to choose Kill. This gets you access to the Sensory Deprivation Rest House, which is +5 happiness for all of your core populations, which is what you're going to want to focus on in the long run there. And all you have to do is remain relatively happy for like few turns. And if you're playing the way that I'm playing right now, you're going to have guaranteed pretty much happiness here. So, Nakos. Let's head to Nakos. All right. So we got 2 populations inbound. We've got the ability to colonize this world now, so we're going to do that. And that'll get us more spots that we can fill in with these little random people that we're getting. Okay, so I wanted to get, until I had more pods here, Oh, these guys are actually going to get taken. Well, actually, no, these guys can't flip them. So all they can do is gain all the benefits and then evacuate the system. So I could potentially still get that. But if I do that, they will kick my ass. Like, the Vodiani will just absolutely wreck my shit. On the plus side, though, if I spend a lot of resources getting one of these guys, I could use that for a lot of... Ooh, this might be a bit safer. These guys are also getting siphoned, it looks like. And they're not... Yeah, they're not happy with the Vodiani. Okay, so we'll probably try to talk to these guys. What is this? Concentrated minus 35% improvement destruction on systems. I'm not sure what that has to do with constructors, but alright. So that's only if you're getting, like, taken over and have all your stuff getting kicked in. Okay, signal here. More populations, maybe? Dark glitter, that's not great. Alright, the question is, do I want to keep doing this or do I want to just send him home? And I think the answer is we send him home at this point in time. I'm not going to worry about that last little discovery there. We've got our mission done. We're just going to put him here as governor. It's going to increase our production. This is going to come in a little bit faster as a result of that, as you can see. And we got our populations coming in, just streaming in, actually. So yeah, let's go ahead and get another population here. It's only 2 turns for that. It's not that bad. And after that, we might want to grab another colonization. That's something like maybe this one. Hard to tell. This is going to be a scientific sort of region, so it's going to have struggle growing. Yeah, I need to get to that. Well, I probably already can get to there pretty quickly. I think I needed to get up to multi-thread management at the very least, and probably atmospheric filtration. But we don't have time for that right now. I have to get some weapon systems, unfortunately. Alright, well, oh, we've actually got 3 populations incoming. Alright, let's do the scans here. If I'm lucky, we get a warship over here, and I can do some interesting stuff with that. Looks like instead we got pirates or something like that. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, I thought that was pirates popping in. Alright, nodes revealed. We got Banny. Just not necessarily here nor there. And I'm probably going to stop harassing the pirates. I'm going to instead send the hack nodes to Cygnus after this. And we'll have them tell us what's going on. We're up to 5 population because that new guy showed up there. Was another Epistus, so we're going to send him up to here, of course, onto the desert. And the reason we keep doing this is because this planet has more production, of course. Next turn we'll send a bunch of those guys onto that other planet there, but even though the oh shit, our scientists got in. That's not good. Okay, well, how did our scientists get in? I barely built any science stuff. What's going on here? Oracle science. Right, that's not ideal. Dirty Hands X, I think we might have to pop here. I'm gonna have to go back here and I'm just gonna have to go back a couple turns, but we're gonna do a break here regardless because, oops, that was not what I intended to do. The reason I'm doing that is because, we shouldn't be doing this stupid scientist thing. We should be industrialists. What's going on here? Is it because of all the random ass populations that just dropped in here? No, Pistuses aren't scientific. What's going on here? Huh, this is the most confusing moment I've had in this game in a long time. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to be right back, and I'm going to have skipped ahead a bit. We're just going to focus on colonizing in this little corner here. Maybe getting some allies up here through hacking and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm just very confused. Alright, and we're back and we're into the mid-game. We're in a bit of a fight here against the Vodiani, actually. But yeah, into the mid-game, you should be focusing on... Well, who's just going to run away? Okay. Or, yeah. Wait, what? Oh shit, I didn't have it on watch. Anyway, yeah, into the mid-game, we're focusing on our production now, and one of the big things that's sort of going on with us here is that we have got access to, and I do not remember where the hell the bonus is listed, but we're capable of producing ships at with a minus 30% cost, and that's because of the missions that we've chosen. So this is the point in time where we sort of turn things around. We've got our plants sort of set up there. We've got our stuff set up so that we're producing a decent amount of everything that we need produced, and we're capable of just racking out ships at a fairly fast rate because of this. and they're fairly powerful ones at that. We're still getting like a bunch of other crap here that I kind of don't really want to get all that badly. But what we're doing right now is just building ships that we have to have. They can be fairly disposable. We're getting in fights, in this case the Vodiani declared war on us. We're just going to keep ourselves safe here, as what we're focusing on, rather than trying to actually go after them. And we're just going to build up our fleet there and get ready to crush them into oblivion, basically. Manpower issues there, that's why we've got this planet down here on Fabricated Forces. I would love to have Vega doing that, but have other more pressing issues for Vega right now. I would also like if I could get a random hero, but not too concerned about that at the moment. The reason that we've got some positive stuff here in terms of influence is because we've got our hardened, or our Denark, whatever the hell it's called. +2 resource generation, absolutely. And E over here has gained another level, so we're going to go ahead and give him another efficiency aficionado. The reason we're not going for this is that the second level of clerical corrections doesn't actually get us more luxury resources or anything like that. It just gives us more of other stuff. So we're then going to move on to like peer review, stuff like that. Alright, so are these guys moving anything over to fight me here? These are not the same guys. Alright. We're currently trying to hack these guys to lower the influence of the Vodiani on these guys so we can assimilate them, but as long as it's the Vodiani, they don't actually assimilate those guys, so that's perfectly okay. And down here we got a AI labor in 1 turn, which is pretty crazy. Could do our trade company headquarters, but right now I think we're more focused on getting these things. Now I do need to get some trade companies down to get more Hyperion. Be the first to explore that. I'm not doing a very good job exploring, and I'm not really too concerned about that. We got our sort of little core quadrant of the sort of galaxy, so that's pretty much what we needed. I'm going to want to switch someone else over to doing what he's doing in a second here, but for now, I want to kind of get over to this planet and start collecting antimatter. I kind of actually want to colonize all these planets here. The way that we're probably going to do it, we're going to colonize this planet over here, which is not going to be great for us, but it will let us get the Xeno-Industrial. And do we have the, I think I already got it, but I needed the system level upgrade. We can get to the next system level upgrade as well, actually. And what we're pulling in that we want to potentially use, we might want to use Eden Incense here. But we could also consider something like, say, the Gossamer here. Plus 1,000% star system trade value to influence, which is a pretty good one. So what I'm going to do is Jade Onyx and this stuff. And that combination is going to be pretty powerful for us. So we're going to get lots of extra influence, and we're going to get a crap ton of extra production here. It's not like the best amount of production because it's not one of the tier 2s here, but the only other one that we've got for that is Hydromial, which I don't really like. So plus 60 production flat is not the best as far as that sort of bonus goes, but it is pretty good. After that, we're going to need to set up trade and stuff like that, but maybe I should actually set up my trade stuff. Got a mission actually to set these guys up to level 3 modernization. You know, probably need the ships more. Alright. Some of our plants still not really ramped up yet. We're getting some protection over here with the impervious bunkers, but it's not really a huge deal. Over here, things are just, this is where we got our fleet positioned. I need to get hardened alloys so I can get my cap up to 10. Then we can get 3 more of our decent warships there. The warships for the Riftborn are just absolutely crazy, so they're pretty scary to fight against. I'm actually getting probably too many of these populations. I can get them for half cost pretty soon if I play my cards right. Either way, these guys can probably stop doing this and actually do something useful. Cap thing for those, and some new friends. Alright, we're going to want more Riftborn. Down here, let's see if we get something good. I think we want to work on this planet. Given the choice between the two, I think that's the slightly better one. And we got Jade Onyx, which is meh. Alright, and we got a bunch of like quest marker fleet things that I'm going to sort of ignore. Meantime, let's go ahead and switch this out here. Want to get, I got 1, so gonna move on to Xeno-Industrial. Then a machine, actually, what time's faster this way, so we'll do it that way. Alright, this guy just needs to sit here and gain the rest of his whatever. Over here, we're gonna chuck in a new governor. He's militant, which is fine. Even the militant version of this guy, though, I'm not super concerned about the using him as a general. So anyway, this is kind of what things are going to look like in the end of the early game. You're just probably going to have people declare war on you. That's going to be a thing that happens probably. And you're probably just ramping into the position where you want to get into fights with people, and you're not actually that worried about getting in fights with people. Like, if someone declares war on you, you're feeling like you're probably going to be able to defend yourself pretty okay. I'm not feeling super confident. This is the legendary difficulty after all, and that does mean things are going to be a little bit more rough going. But at the same time, you know, this is just sort of the standard. So anyway, that's going to be our episode for today. I hope you found this one enjoyable. What you're doing at this point in time is really just building up that military so that you can go ahead and swamp people, destroy them, and what have you. This is like a pretty scary fleet that my opponent has. It's pretty competent, but I should still be able to beat it. And that's sort of the hope, and that's sort of the goal here. So anyway, that is going to be our episode for now. Hope you found this one enjoyable, and of course, as always, hope to see you guys all next time.